Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be absolutely roasting this guy. So I don't have the footage because I wasn't recording at the time, but I was playing Scratch Myers on Larry's, and basically, I think this guy was just mad that he lost to me. So, we're just gonna go over this, and, read it, and we're just gonna read it, I'm not very good at intros. Okay, here we go. He said, LOL, you're garbage. And I know you guys can read it, but I'm going to say it out loud anyways, okay? I said, LOL, you lost. And then I corrected his spelling because... I corrected his spelling because I think it was funny, right? He said, LMAO, you're a grammar cop too. I said, no, I just corrected your spelling because you're whining over a game, right? I don't really correct people's spelling. I don't really care. But since he's doing it in, like, a whiny way, he's, like, complaining... I was like, you know what? Just to make him even more mad, I'm going to correct his spelling. And clearly it worked. He said, ha ha ha, boy, look at the sentence before that. This is the sentence before that. I looked at it. I don't know what he wants. He said, Mr. Caps Lock on. Yeah, I'm not seeing cap lock. I'm not seeing cap lock in anything, actually. So that's a little interesting. He said, no, you go and talk about grammar, but look at your name, smart guy. If you don't know, it's Fearless Gamer, but the second E in Fearless is an X instead of an E. And, it's a username. Usernames don't even have to be real words, right? I can spell it however I want. So if I want to put an X there, I can put an X there. I mean, I don't even know what his name is. I don't even know if that is a word. But I didn't say anything about it because I didn't know. But come on, dude. It's a username. It doesn't have to be spelled correctly. I said, what about it? He said, haha, my point. Now, let me just pause right there. He said, ha ha ha, my point. I said, what about it? And he said that that's his point. If someone asks you a question and then you just laugh, that's how you know you're losing an argument, right? Like, this is the point where I was like, you know what? Yeah, he's definitely losing the argument if he's just going to laugh about everything. A loser who can't spell, yeah, I can, or play a game without bringing a map offering. Now, I'm going to put up on screen right here, or somewhere. He's the guy at the top, and look what offering he brought. That is... So he said... a loser who can't spell or play the game without bringing a map offering, right? But he brought a map offering. So if I'm a loser, then I guess he's a loser. Anyways, he said get a life. I mean, okay. If I have to get a life, I guess you do too, because, He said talk about whining when you're the one smacking people on hook. I smacked someone on hook because they were trying to heal in front of me right after getting unhooked. Like, they got unhooked, it was a Meg, they got unhooked, and then they immediately tried to heal someone off the ground. That's why I hit them on the hook. It's just in-game banter. It's not toxicity at all. If you think it's toxic, that's on you, man, but it's not toxic, She was like, haha, I'm getting the heal, and I was like, hitting her on hook and saying, haha, no you didn't, And I said, says the guy who brought the Garden of Joy. Because, the messages are kind of weird. It was a little delayed. So I was responding to this. He was calling me a loser for bringing a map offering. And I said, says the guy that brought Garden of Joy. Like, dude, you have to have self-awareness when you're having an argument with someone. Right? And then I said LOL because that's hilarious. He said, bro, hypocrisy is amazing in you. I don't think this guy knows what hypocrisy means. Anyways, he said 16 and stupid. I'm not 16, by the way. And if I'm stupid, then this guy must be really stupid because all of my points are valid, and he's just changing the subject every time I ask a question or anything, right? I said, if I'm not allowed to use a map offering, then neither are you. Sorry, whenever I message people on PlayStation, I use, the microphone to, like, talk, speech to text. So... I do know how to spell, but, it added words that I didn't say. And I said, I'm not 16, but sure. He said, And I won't and still won't cry about I can't play Scratch Me or Myers unless it's an indoor map. Now, guys, if you know simple English like I do, would you be able to read this? Because I have no fucking clue what this says. He says, I won't and still won't cry about I can't play Scratch Me or Myers unless it's on an indoor map. So, you know, I'm talking about how he brought a map offering and he's changing it back to me because he is embarrassed. That's what I think. He's embarrassed that he brought a map offering and he's stupid and he's tried to switch it back on me. And then he said, my bad at 15. I'm not 15 either. Try again. Your logic is kind of crazy. Yes, his logic is very crazy because, like, look at the stuff he's saying. Like, this is you need to think before you type something, okay? He said, yeah, just like yours. Huh? No, my logic is actually very valid. Right? Because if I'm not allowed to make a map offering, then you shouldn't be either, right? It's only fair like that. He said, I'm sorry that you're losing the argument and you can't make a valid point. GG's. And then he said, grammar god, but his name is Fearless with an X. And then I said, usernames don't even have to be real words. You can spell the username however you want. It's your personal username. You can spell it however you want. It doesn't even have to be a word. It could be A, B, C, D, E, F, G or something. And yet he thinks that if you have a username, it has to be a real word. It has to be spelled correctly. It does not. And he said, losers, say that, my guy, it's okay. English it must be his second language. He said, ha 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 ha, OMG, weird ass emoji. You really just said that. Yes, I did just say that because it's true. You can spell a username however you want. It doesn't even have to be a real word. Is that wrong? Because I think it's right. And he said, haha, you really are stupid. And then I said what? Because he said I just said that. So I was like, okay, what did I apparently say? And he said, GG dummy. And I said, how am I dumb? You won't even answer a simple question. You keep avoiding and changing the subject. And that is the end. So guys, he must have blocked me because he couldn't handle losing an argument. All I gotta say is, if you lose at a game, do not be like this guy. It's not gonna get you anywhere in life. Like, I have anger issues, but I never go out of my way to message someone. Like, the most I've done is, like, look at my screen and I'm like, fuck you, but I don't actually say it to the person, you know? I'm like, oh, fuck you, you suck. But I don't actually message them, you know? If you have to message someone, you're very petty. You need to get out of the game. Take a break from it. It's like, dude, you don't need to do this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.